Sound is a marker and part of the landscape that is important in retaining and sharing knowledge. In Indigenous culture, songlines are an embodied knowledge system. Information is transmitted to others, primarily through performance prompted by audible and visualised features of country.
This is my very, very old song. My father has taught me this is our traditional song about rainbow serpent.
Sound plays an influential part in how we experience the world. It can affect us spatially, psychologically, and physiologically. In this video, the relationships between sound and the Kalkarindji community will be explored. This abstract understanding of space, community, and connection through sound brings attention to the power of multisensory design and soundscape. Travelling from an urban centre to this remote community exemplified a direct association between sound and our immediate environment. There is a reciprocal relationship between sound and the landscape in Kalkarindji. The sounds of wind, of water, of trees, and animals are an archive of knowledge within the landscape, connecting people to the seasons, to country, and to the dreaming.
Anywhere I go, the first thing that I notice are the sound of the birds.
Yeah.
You can hear them now.
Yeah.
In the afternoons they get louder, and there's times of year where you get big flocks, for example, of the what we call bangara, which is the corellas.
Yeah.
And there'll be hundreds of them out here on the lawn and chirping and playing and doing crazy things. And what's interesting for me as an outsider, slowly learning the language, some of the bird names in Kalkarindji are almost like the sound of that bird makes. For example, the crow is called wak wak. So, and excuse my pronunciation, I'm not a good Kalkarindji speaker, but it's virtually the sound of the bird makes is the name of that bird. Changes in the landscape, it might be that grasses are seeding or trees are flowering or fruiting.
Sound affects our perception of depth, speed, and motion. It can give us access to information about our immediate environment and the objects within it. Chimbarak is an important physical location for the community. It is a site that retains traces of Wave Hill Station. The recognisable sounds of remnant infrastructure and objects that lie within the landscape mark place and trigger memory of the Kalkarindji journey to land rights. Aside from its role in connecting the community to country and memory, for Kalkarindji, sound is rooted in ceremony and tradition.
There's so much interconnection between various cultural practices, and it might be just the sound of clapsticks or the sound of boomerang. Part of what we do here in terms of art is the wood carving for the boomerang and the clapsticks and nulla nullas, things like that. And those artefacts, although they're used for, the boomerang for example is used for hunting, but one of its really important ceremonial uses is the sound when we perform ceremony.
Sound is an abstract representation of space. For Kalkarindji, sound is inextricably linked to tradition, memory, culture, and community.